Hey, what's going on? Welcome to DashFight. Myself, Logan and F-Word are here, and this time round we are very, very excited to be looking back at one of the exciting grand finals of this recent EVO 2021 online. Of course, myself and F-Word have been present at a number of EVOs in its history, both obviously as players, Femi, and as commentators as well. But this time was a little bit different because of the pandemic. EVO ran online, and that meant we were split into different regions across different games and had online competition dedicated to each region. We decided to take a look at one of the Asian finals, which saw an all-Japan showdown between young gun Kawano and elder statesman YHC-mochi. Now, Femi, I know you know a little bit about one of these players.
Oh, I know a lot more than a little bit, Logan. I've got to say, this guy has come a long way since being on the receiving end of those F-word beatings, boy. That's all I'm gonna say. But no, I'm joking. Now, this kid's really evolved, man. But can we take a moment just to recognize? I don't know how they did it this year, but EVO Online, there's something special. There's something magical. There's something, you're getting a tiny feel for that prestigious.
They pulled it out
EVO.
of the bag, right? They pulled it out of the bag.
When you're watching these local tournaments, you're feeling that EVO magic. It feels important. It feels like monumental. Like it feels like history is being made when you're watching these guys duke it out. Maybe it's because we know they're gonna eventually meet at some point, but I don't know, man. They pulled it off, so well done to them. I couldn't stop watching.
Yeah, we had some great winners across the different regions. I obviously really enjoyed the Problem X and Hurricane Grand Final. We saw IDOM dominating against Punk and Sien. Very, very impressive out there as well. But we picked this battle between Kawano and YHC-mochi, which went to the wire.
To the wire, man.
Tell us a little bit about why, before we get started, because we're going to go through the whole match. We've got it lined up. We're ready to go. Tell us a little bit about why, in particular, we like this set.
Oh, man. Every time I see a Dalsim on the screen, no matter what you say or feel about the character as a player, as a spectator, when I see Dalsim on the screen, I expect to be entertained, right? So straight away, I was excited to see, Mochi had got so far, right? Taking out a ridiculous amount of names on his way. And Kawano, arguably the most informed Japanese player for the last, 2 months. I mean, after Topanga and then this at EVO and having great runs in events outside of that. Two very exciting, very adaptable players clashing, going to the wire in the winners final, all the way to the wire. I think it was match point both players, 2-2, and then coming back to play again in the grand finals. This is what we love to see. We love to see real-time adaptation. We love to see unique characters. I mean, I know Dalsim and Colleen are a bit more common these days, especially Colleen's been common for a while, but that specific matchup is not one you get in a grand finals or even in a top four, right? So it's a unique matchup, so we're excited to see it break down. And then you get to see them adapt this is what I loved as well. If you're a fan and you watch the whole thing, you get to see the adaptation from the winners final to the grand finals as to the adjustments each player made and the capitalizations on particular rounds and clutch moments. There was just so many amazing points to pick out. I've got to try and contain myself as we do this, Logan, because we can't spend too long. But if I get too carried away, just stop me, because we'll end up spending 2 hours just to watch this grand final.
I'm running the controls, so if you want it paused at any time, then let me know. But we're going to line it up now. Just to correct you as well, by the way, Kawano won winners final 3-1. In that matchup. One of the most interesting things for me going into this, you mentioned how some of these characters are now becoming a little bit more prominent. Of course, we've been seeing a lot more from the Dalsims out there, specifically one in our region, and Mr. Crimson getting some great results in Red Bull Kumite and CPT France, Spain and Portugal. We've been seeing, as you said, Colleen's performing consistently over the last couple of years, with Nephew getting results out there on the West Coast also in qualifying. So this one is a matchup that is somewhat surprising, but not completely out of the blue. Now, one of the amazing things that we did see before this grand final was YHC-mochi absolutely cleaning the clock with of Bonchan 3-0. Now,
Poor guy,
Dalsim is somewhat of a difficult matchup for several of Bonchan's characters. The famous
his entire list, right?
the famous
Arguably
ones
his
anyway.
entire list.
Karin and Sagat have hard times. There, and they're obviously the characters he's best known for. But Mochi, being able to get a result at that level, very, very impressive. So he's going to be going into this grand final. Let's line it up here as we have.
I mean, just before you move on from that point, that was a fascinating set. Go watch that back, guys. But we had the pleasure, Logan, of calling IWO quite recently, the Intel World Open, in association with the Olympics. The Street Fight matches we saw there in the South American regions, Central and South American regions, we had two of the best Nashes in the world. And two of the best Dalsims in the world, Shaka and, of course, Didimokov. And I'm telling you now, Bonchan, people might be annoyed when I say this, but I feel like there's a lot he could learn from those guys in those matchups. So, you know, go back and watch those, Bonchan, because those Nashes know how to fight Dalsim in that matchup to the T.
So let's talk about this matchup. I actually hit up Nephew in advance about this, and he feels like this matchup is still in Colleen's favour, but it's got a little bit harder for her. He actually mentioned a couple of things, right? He mentioned Dalsim improving based on not just the mechanics, but also moving to PC. He feels like PC makes Dalsim a little bit better.
It's a really good point. It's a really strong point, actually.
You know, in terms of the reliability. Colleen basically just wants to get Dalsim to the corner. That's all she wants to do here in this matchup. And there's various ways she can do it. You're going to see a lot of attempted spaced V-skill ones. They're really, really important for Colleen in this matchup. It's very difficult to space it perfectly, but it is an annoying tool for Dalsim. And, of course, parries on reaction to the drill.
So I don't think it's actually that difficult to space it against Dalsim. Against other characters, yes, but I think he's best punished without meter is a medium kick, right?
Yeah, back medium kick, yeah. So
right, which is not that great. So I saw him doing it quite recklessly, and a few times I thought it was in punish range, and then we'd see Mochi go for the medium kick, the back medium kick, and it would whiff. And the challenge you have there is she's got a guaranteed whiff punish, stand heavy punch, if she just does it, not even on reaction, just preemptively. So he's got to be careful every time he goes for that punish, because it has to be in range or he's going to get whiff punished automatically. And
one of the other things
you mentioned,
go on.
When Dalsim's in the air and he's floating downwards, at some point, once he's given up his float and he has to come down, it's a checkmate. Like, it's a guaranteed punish. She presses a button, she gets the absorb and hits him. Doesn't press a button, you get hit anyway. So that's a really good addition in the matchup as well.
One of the things that Nephew mentioned as well is trying to keep Dalsim in the corner. Because once you get him there, it's one thing. You need to look for the other ways in which he's able to get out of the corner. Now, back throw is a big one. But there, the predictability, he did use the drill a number of times before that. No reactions. But that time, the EX got the job done. And I think that's something that the Colleen's going to be looking for a lot here.
Yeah, he did a few of those in neutrals. The set went on as well. In that specific scenario, the momentum had just changed. What I loved about that, you just called it, Logan, right? That was such a clever time to do the EX, because he'd managed to keep Dalsim in the corner for about 30, 40 seconds in that period. So as soon as Dalsim was finally able to get out and had lost all that health being stuck in the corner, it's going to take one hell of a resolve, like to not attack, to not go straight in. So he just knew he's going for it right now. And as soon as he took to the air, he knew it was going to be a drill, was ready for that parry. So it was great acknowledgement of what had taken place before to understand what his opponent was going to be looking for as soon as it was like his turn. And he capitalized and used it against him. That was a great play from there were so many moments like that where I was just like, I had to rewind, Logan. I was like, wait, did he just... Oh, okay, I see why that worked. Oh, you clever bastard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but these guys are doing this in real time. I'm taking 2 watches to get it.
There you see, just
they're doing
that's
it in real
3
time,
V-skills within the first 4 seconds. And he's about to get stunned.
And there were loads of rounds that started like this, where he just lived by the sword, died by the sword, just stayed on it.
Because he's just trying to get him in the corner by any means necessary. Now, those V-skills did nothing, but he's backing off and he's in the corner again. But he teleported out.
Yeah, that was a bad jump. It looked like an okay jump. It was a bad jump because it allowed him to teleport out. Nice psychic V-skill there to get some momentum.
Yeah, he gets the guaranteed meaty for the activation as well. But too far away to get anything off of that. And again, another V-skill.
You're seeing the spacing where it's relatively safe, Logan, right?
Yeah, shout out to Tyrant. Tyrant actually just mentioned on commentary that it's actually a risk certain times for Dalsim to try and punish that V-skill. He's going to get out after that? No. Straight back in.
Into the fire. I love it. A lot of the time when... Oh, that didn't work out. A lot of the time when Colleen, and this is something that Mochi did brilliantly, right? Every time he saw a -2, -4, whatever situation, and he had the V trigger, he's going for the slide activate.
The slide activate, yeah.
Almost every single time.
Now, I have noticed there that there have been 2 successful back throws into the corner. So we'll see whether that plays out and if Kawano's able to... What a beautiful buffer that was. If Kawano's able to actually open him up with the shimmy. And again, another back throw.
Yeah, back out the corner, escapes the corner. He's escaped the corner really well. And this is what Nephew was talking about, right? It's so difficult to keep it there. There it is again. But that was a plus situation, actually. He waited, then did a slide.
Damn, spends that extra bar.
Yeah, worth the kill. Get that kill, get that game.
One apiece. We're getting back into it right now. And you're just seeing...
convincing second game from...
but you're seeing just how, gung-ho Kawano is in terms of getting in.
Well, this is why the matchup
double
is a bit tricky.
dash into the
look
throw.
at that. Look at
wow.
that. He's got the V skill. He's got the parry. So at times, Dalsim, look, there it is again. He's making his psychic reads, and it's absolutely worth it because look at the punish you're getting.
Yeah.
Get a little medium kick here, little hard punch there, maybe counter hit roundhouse from distance. Gets the juggle. One thing Kawano could have done better, I've got to say, is he's not yet got the muscle memory of the juggle state. He got hit. He got Dalsim in juggle state a ton of times. I love that flame. Just a straight flame on the negative frames. You saw that, Logan?
Confirm on that activation. Corner to corner as well.
Yeah, I like saving the meter there and there's that -2.
A little bit of daylight, any bit of daylight, and there was the activation immediately.
I want to make sure I get this right, Logan, because you did save me before, but that's EX vanity step, right? It's called a vanity step when she goes into a step back, right? Just make sure, because the forward dash and V trigger got me confused, the 2 words. But yeah, that EX vanity step, the psychic vanity step is another thing. Look at these double dashes. Wow, right underneath the flame. It's just bursts of aggression mixed in with...
It's just trying to be... Exactly. It's mixing up the parry, the V skill, and the dash behind it. Yeah, looking for a back throw that time. Never came. But he gets a big jump in. He's mixing up all of these options in the neutral. He's not going to get the stun yet. And just hoping... Just hoping that it's going to just overwhelm YHC-mochi's brain power here to deal with everything. And that's generally how you beat Dalsim, right? You just overwhelm him and make him second guess because he can't cover all of the screen all of the time.
There's another use of that flame. I think he throws him a million times here. Yeah, this is where Colleen is weak. Look at this.
Yeah.
I think we're going to look at it again. No, he doesn't this time. Boom.
Yeah, but it's just plus frames. And that's the thing. Oh, yeah, and there was the Gale. The Gale catches the backdash. It catches the V. It was so delayed as well. The thing is there, a lot of that plus pressure,
makes sense.
A lot of that plus pressure is predictable. At that range, that drill is very reactable. But it's literally the opposite thing that Kawano was showing Mochi, where there was a lot of stuff being put out there.
When you say reactable, you mean on the wake up and then he's doing
no, because okay, so after let me pull it back. Let's pull it back. We have the power of the time stone, and let's just pull it back here.
What a turn! Look at that life lead, Logan. Man,
all right,
it's got thrown to death.
So
everything going according to plan right now for Kawano. Commits to the V reversal, pays off. Meaty slide.
All right.
Well spaced. Good pressure. I like this. How does he get out? Okay, it's the raw. I forgot to mention the raw flame. He's doing that as a poke, which is a massive thing because it gets him out of the corner. Got the knockdown with it.
So
one throw. Okay.
This situation here, right?
Sucks.
After you block this, that is reactable. There's gaps there where Kawano's just being forced to like flinch.
Yeah, reactable.
He gets away with stuff.
Anticipation, right?
Yeah, like that. I love that, but the dash.
Yeah, he committed to the vanity step, hadn't he?
And that drill, the dash and the drill were both reactable, but it's what you're looking for. Yep. And Mochi's just showing him some incredible options here.
Yeah, he mixed that up so well. And this is a weakness of Colleen's. I think her two main weaknesses is her damage output without meter is horrendous. Like, bottom 10 in the game easily without meter.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really matter because you always got meter. But and also her defensive game when it comes to dealing with throws and command grabs is extremely vulnerable too. And how well exploited was that?
I feel like as well, it's really important to have great composure with Colleen on defense, because you'll end up just throwing out Hail Mary defensive options, as you saw there. It was literally just going through the wheel of options on defense. You saw the EX parry, you saw a backdash, you saw anything to just get out of that situation. And I feel that was like a panic because of that significant life lead that was lost. Sim's got a lot of legit stuff, right? Sim's got a lot of legit plus stuff that you have to respect. But then after you do block it out, he has to he has to start it up again, and there are definitely gaps, especially when you've got a first frame active parry that does a bajillion damage. Great use of the V skill again, and in the corner immediately.
Yeah, that dash is legit after the V skill, right? I actually didn't know that. I felt it. I've been on the receiving end, but I've never actually thought about it. Does you get a legit dash? I hardly ever get hit by that thing. A few times, Mochi had the perfect meaty slide, perhaps medium. Look at that prediction. He just knew he was going to press a button there. That chase was insane. The one raw teleport the guy did the whole set. I didn't see a raw teleport
guaranteed?
once.
That was mad.
Across all the sets. He just reacted. Just pure reaction to the single raw, like side switch, terrible situation. How ready is my guy? Oh my days, that was sick. Gassed.
Tap throw.
Yeah, he's very ready for these matchups. You can tell there's a lot of studying and preparation that's gone into it. And that goes for both of them as well. We saw some great specific like counter calling stuff as well from Mochi. There's that V skill to try and counter the drop. Great timing on that jump, just to get in. Just raw teleports, raw air teleports.
Yeah, wasn't ready with the jab.
We'll take it anyway, right? At least he's out there.
And this is just all forward all the time. Again, nice.
Raw activation has been brilliant. Walk up throw. Yeah, almost every time he did the walk up throw off the.
Nice systems.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, Logan, pause. Because this is what I'm talking about with this guy, right? Like he from. Do
you know what? I want to do the whole thing. This whole sequence is brilliant. So let's go.
Well, him just running, just blocking with his face, and then just doing a raw activate. I love
face, activate. You've already got the start up. That's guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Throw. Yep. Feel this heat, baby.
Yeah.
There. So
no activation for you. And as you said, as soon as that jump, you commit to an action, that V skill is guaranteed at that range.
So I want to understand your view of this, right? Because he does the throw, the fierce is meaty, right? Minus 3 on the fierce or minus something. Not punishable anyway, so say fierce right from that range. But you're in minus frame. So it's Dao Sim's turn. And Mochi, as I mentioned earlier, has been fantastic at identifying when he can activate.
Yeah.
When she doesn't have V reversal, because she gets a guaranteed punish on his brainless slide activate if she has V reversal, and when she's minus, right? So it's your turn. So but Kawano knows this. So he does the fierce, he knows he's minus, goes into vanity step. But in the first set, he did stand light kick, EX vanity step back, right?
Yeah.
And then Mochi did slide, light kick slide to activate. But Kawano committed to the spear and it punished the slide on recovery. So I don't know, even though I saw that it looked beautiful and he made the slide whiff, I don't know if he could have punished the slide because he punished the light kick one earlier, right? So could he have punished it? We see him actually go on and punish it later as well.
I don't know what the timing was on it. Was it an immediate backstep?
Yeah, it looked immediate off the negative frames of the thing. He knew the slide was coming, but I guess maybe he'll know if he can actually punish there or not. And there's a lot of scenarios like that where the drill would come in and he just knew Dowsin was negative on hit, on block, whatever, took his turn. But then there's a few times where Mochi didn't realise he wasn't plus. And
he's rinsing that neutral jump fierce as well. Like,
it covers in honestly, I think look, I don't want to be cliche and complain about Dowsin, right? Because he's not exactly winning a million tournaments, but that fierce covers way too much rate. Why does it cover above his head? It doesn't need to cover above his head. Whose idea was that?
Put himself in the corner. That's unfortunate. Punish.
Oh, and he missed his opportunity. Good block. Missed the opportunity to punish. Yeah, there was a scenario that comes up later where he just gets mixed up in the sniper slide slide vortex. What's it going to be? Love that. Great choice.
And again, comes down, blesses the dome. Plus frame, so delayed.
Meaty slide, yep.
And backs off again.
Sure, she can parry that. She reads it. There's that. So you see that scenario? I'm 99.9% sure she can wait and do EX.
Let's pull it back.
EX that. And he landed this maybe 12 times across the 3 sets. Okay, that was a tricky one because of the side switch. You'd have to be really experienced. But there's loads where he landed it, just stayed in front. And I'm pretty sure she can just do EX hands and pick him up. We got to start adapting to this new juggle state of Dalsim. Punish.
Nice
Can't
punish.
do brain dead slide on Colleen into V trigger.
Yeah, Kawano's super aware of these V trigger activation scenarios, whether that's avoiding, allowing him to even. Oh my god!
Dude, no.
The
Logan,
counter
stop.
hit was.
Wait. Finish your point first, because let's give this the attention it deserves.
So
you were saying,
Kawano's super aware of the situations, but I'm just aware of this. What a beautiful conversion that was.
Ridiculous.
How's he ready for this?
Come on, off a drill?
Bro, look at the no, wait. Why? Look at the grey life and then look how much damage this kick does. Look, this whole sequence. So, boom, light does 150.
Oh my god!
Damn!
Oh wow, that whole round just vanishes.
Bro, you were cruising. Again, yeah, not able to get the chase down.
Still in there. Oh, could have killed there, didn't it? Kawano's still very much in this round.
This is super scary for Kawano as well, yeah. Because Kawano had 2 bars and the V trigger there. Now, in that instance, it's just he just was off on the tempo, on the timing of that dash. Yes, Tyrant. Yes, exactly. I saw the 2 bars. I saw 30% health left.
Scary,
I knew that was next hit kills, basically.
Spoken like a true Colleen player there, Logan, I must say, right? Tyrant knows his stuff. He's been there.
Yeah,
He's been on the delivering end, not the receiving end. Of that Colleen madness. No, that was just. I'm still captivated by that meaty drill counter hit. So it was to the toe, which meant it was maximum plus, but it was also counter hit. I mean, why are you even looking for a counter hit drill? Like, you know, of all things, because it was counter hit, he does a crouch fierce. Oh, that was ridiculous, man.
After all of that grey life came off as well, that was such a swing around. Yeah. You know, that peeled off about 60% health. So Kawano had to have been, you know, on tilt a little bit. And I feel like that dash from so far away, admittedly, it's really hard to react to. But I would say from that far. And also, of course, you know, Sim just wants to cover the screen. You're going to be putting normals out. I believe it was a preemptive normal. You're not reacting to it with a medium.
But this is also why he's got away with doing double dash at the start of rounds. Just dash forward, walk forward at times because of the parry, because of the V skill.
Yeah, and he's showing. He's
Sim,
right. He's
Sim can't be too
you know, he's
reckless.
doing it again.
He's
doing it again.
Away.
It worked that time, and you're straight to the corner. It's worth taking the gamble. No punish on that.
Absolutely. Look at the damage. Look at the damage he lost in getting there. 4 or 5 V skills in, and he hasn't. I'm
just taking mediums basically as punishes, and it just exchanging 40% health to get to the corner is well worth it. That's when it's not worth it. When he starts putting out the heavy buttons. Now is he going to get a punish? No.
Oh, that's so deceiving. Had the counter hit again. This time wasn't ready. Wait for the throw.
Hit a little bit higher up as well.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a fierce punchable. If that's even a term. That crouch heavy punch punish was disgusting.
But Kawano is just incessant. Now he's using the hail a lot more here. A lot more. And that's going to put off Mochi from being as active with normals, but not enough.
Just look at that. He just floats out. And there's that checkmate scenario, Logan. Don't press anything in there. She's getting you either way.
Oh, my word. You're going to the corner. It's going to be hard knockdown. No, he wants the damage.
You know what? He didn't go for... Is there a reason why he doesn't ever go for safe jump against Dalsim?
Not sure.
Never went for the safe jump. I think once I saw it altogether.
Oh.
That was negative, yeah. Great check. Saw that drill hit quite early.
Yeah, that's punishable. No, it wasn't. It wasn't punishable, sorry.
Not punishable, but negative. And Mochi tried to press a button, didn't realise he wasn't his turn.
And he finally gets him reaching. I feel like Mochi's been really, really good mixing his defense up, though.
He is absolutely a nightmare to stay on offensively. There's that juggle again. This time we didn't have Bardo.
And when we're watching, the world's best sims, they are having to make some super hard. We talk about Colleen's defensive options, but Sim has to make some super hard reads on defense. We've seen some super innovative stuff from Crimson in terms of wake up lights into fire.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, this is why V-Shift is such a good addition to the Sim players. Punish. There's that meaty that was perfect again.
And he hasn't really used it.
There's a big
low
read.
Parry.
Huge read, and it closes out around for him. That was massive. So wait a sec. We didn't call it out. The bracket was reset the last game.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a bracket reset. That was such a clutch reset there from.
Do you know what? I didn't even realize that got to the fifth game. I was having so much fun watching it. It went so fast.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Here's the parry.
Look at damage. Woo. Good lord. Probably holding up there. Tried to do wake up Gale maybe.
Tried to do something, and that's what we're talking about. These hard reads on defense. Sim players, they have to commit to their defensive options, and that time round it didn't work out for him. Kawano winning the first game there, but that situation where the low parry puts you back into the corner as well is, along with the damage, it's almost like landing a super for Colleen. It's such a big reward for that read.
Yeah, Dalsim's got to be. I mean, because Dalsim's offensive pressure from a throw in the corner is actually very, very good.
Yeah.
So you've got to be absolutely livid to suddenly find yourself in the corner with 30% less health than you had a second ago. Like just
both of these guys, because we saw YHC-mochi in the first set landing that back throw with regularity, and both of the win conditions of these characters, are heavily based on the control that they can exert when they have their opponent in the corner.
Yes, so deadly. And both of them quite susceptible to that pressure as well. I mean, everyone is, but these guys maybe more so, because as strong as Colleen is, defensively she definitely has some weaknesses that can be exploited.
Yeah, beating Colleen to the punch.
Oh, that stuffed the back medium punch. Didn't notice that watching this the first time round.
Yeah, a little bit late to the party. Tries to meet in the air. Eats not only a heavy, but also a meaty slide.
Yeah,
nice punish that time.
Range.
Yeah.
You see how few times it got punished,
up?
Logan. This is a very solid round from... every time he went one down, he just seemed to go absolute ape on him. Really big turnaround there from Mochi. Yeah, medium start around. Then he waits.
Was that
waiting for
with
a
punish
V-skill attempt. Yeah, all right.
I like that. Coming down with nothing.
Oh, wow, that worked out. That
down
worked
into the
out.
hail, though. That's a big chunk.
Yeah,
and the corner as well.
We've seen him slide up. Wow, that worked out. What an escape. He didn't mean to, but Kawano just happened to dash as he drilled. Parry, yeah, he saw the start up.
He's so good at
raw
that.
Activation is such a good idea in certain scenarios, right? Because it's like a hard read. It's a read, but it's not a hard read.
Yeah.
There he is. Look at that. You see that slide attempt again? He's out of there. Again, look, he's waiting for the slide. That's exactly what he did earlier. He's going to activate now.
Yeah, and Mochi realizes now that he can't be predictable with this activation because Kawano is so good. That, I don't know what that counter hit, but I would bet my house it was a slide.
Even trying to slide on plus moves as well. This is it, man.
Just any gap. Like Sims, if they see daylight, they're doing light slide into activation. They love it.
Absolutely, and why not, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're plus because you're probably going to be pressing a slower button at that spacing.
Oh, he thought a fire was coming, maybe.
I didn't catch him grounded. Take
so
that
hard
trade.
To time. So important to land it where you can. EX is in. This is a really good round for Mochi.
Yeah, I really like it when Sim's got the life lead that starts using the EX fire as a horizontal control tool. Like, not even teleporting behind it. Just putting the EX fire on the screen, then just walking behind it and doing crouch fist. Look, just like that. If you want to jump over it, I'm going to get the hell out of here.
That was weird. How did he stay standing there, Logan? When that hit. Okay, is that sniper death? You could be in sniper death range now.
No.
Okay, just runs into a medium punch. Could you take that back for a second, just out of curiosity? Like about maybe 20 seconds. Yeah, she jumps out here. Another EX fire comes out. I just want to look at Dalsim when this happens. It looks like he stays.
Oh, that's before this, wasn't it?
Was it before? No, it's after this, I think. Yeah, it's coming. I believe so. Does he throw a fireball here? Yeah, okay, look. What? Oh, no, he was airborne. He was airborne.
But he recovered almost instantly.
Like, yeah, exactly. It looked like he was
Yeah.
grounded. I was like, did that have something to do with the fire? But really weird. Okay, my bad. Forget that. Yeah, solid.
It did look
Just
weird,
no
though.
way
I'm
in.
not going to lie. It definitely looked weird.
No, that looked strange. I thought it hit him standing, so I thought it was a glitch. You know, I'm always looking out for glitches in the street, but I like to be the one to find them. Yeah, so I thought it was like a glitch, but no, it wasn't. He just flipped extremely quick. The Gomu reference. All right, I like it. Logan, of course, has no idea what that is, being someone who doesn't watch any anime. Right, Logan?
I didn't even hear what you said. What was that?
Oh, get out of here, mate.
I genuinely didn't hear what you said.
Gomu.
What's Gomu Gomu?
It's a Luffy reference.
What's it from?
One Piece.
Oh, I've definitely that one. I've definitely not. I know not to even try and start watching that nonsense.
Someday, mate. Someday. All right, let's go to the next one.
You'll never find me under the duvet watching that stuff, mate.
Not like these other weebs you love to hate on, Logan.
Let me skip. Here we go. All right, let's get into this game.
All right, so what's that? 1-1, right? So he's equalised again. Very similar to the first set.
Yeah.
Straight away catch.
Hard read on the parry. But he's gone for that parry so many times as well.
I love the fact that he just did it again anyway.
Yeah.
He just did what he wanted.
You have to keep doing it. Yeah. And the punishes are medium. Exactly. Another one.
And again.
And the corner, though, by the way.
Usual medium on me. Yeah, I love that Logan side switch too. Nicely timed drill, though, gets him out of there. Yeah, that was plus this time. Respect me. Kawano thought it was his turn. It wasn't. So hard to identify when it hits from so high up.
Jeez.
Was that a parry that got counter hit? I'm not sure what he tried to do, but it didn't work out, unfortunately.
Let's have a look.
Maybe it didn't hit early enough.
No, that was like a start up of a something.
Like a hell. Yeah, I think from his perspective, you won't dare press a button now because I'm going to parry, so I'll just do a hail instead.
But guess what? He pressed the button.
Yeah, exactly. Mochi was like, I'm pressing the button, bro. Look at that. Walks him to the corner. All from the fear.
Yeah. That is literally, 7 games worth of parries and V skills.
Exactly.
That walk to the corner. Crouch medium punch. So reliable.
Dude, was that a cross under, crouch medium? I mean, come on, Mochi, man. How solid is this guy?
These guys are fighting it out for the corner. What a punish.
What? That was so sick. These raw activations.
Oh, wow, just gets clarted by that neutral jump.
Wasn't ready. And gets hit
in
by
the air again.
As well.
What
Still
a block.
Alive. Does he blocks the instant?
Yeah. Oh!
Ah, man, I've got...
Oh, my word.
Are you kidding me?
What a block.
Oh,
that
what?
Was
that was
sick.
sick.
Oh,
And this
I'm
time
pulling
the
that
sniper
up.
does
I'm
work.
wheeling that up
This
because
time
that
the
was
sniper
so
does work.
sick.
That's unlucky.
Watch this. Watch this. Oh, the spacing on that was beautiful. I want to watch that again. Look at it.
Clean. So clean.
That deserved the win.
Oh. Yeah, these two had a lot of fun during this. I mean, how could you not, right? The match was just, and you wouldn't have predicted this grand finals with the names that were there. No way.
Definitely not. You had Sacco in there, Bonchan, Pugera.
Pugera had another great run. I mean, he's very quickly becoming a consistent top 4 guy there.
Bruv, I see Takedo playing boxer the other day.
You know what I mean? Takedo knows, man. Yeah, that +1 trap is nice. And again,
yeah, you can't
so hard
get
to play your
predictable.
usual Dalsim game. Keeps it on him. Yeah, there's that punish again. You thought it was your turn. No, it wasn't.
And this has gone to the point of stun off of that 1V reversal punish.
It's a lot of hits, though. I think he'll survive it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, because he didn't have the extra bar. If he had an extra bar, that would have been it. Oh, the shimmy. Let me just wheel that back because I just want to look at this comeback. Look. So in this situation, Sim's got the V trigger there, ready to go. And obviously you're in the corner. You're going to want to initiate something. So
yeah.
Again, Kawano is ready for these answers. No.
Yeah, he punted. I think pretty much every time I saw Brain Dead slide activate, he just did the video.
He had something for so many slide activations, and there's the shimmy as well because he just put him under pressure and he cracked. He had so many answers for that slide activation. Whether it was a spacing trap, whether it was a reaction, whether it was a V reversal punish, one of the few characters that can legitimately V reversal punish.
Look at this round. Look at this round.
Yeah, all the hard reads.
Oh, what's a block? Oh, he got it. He actually had the trip guard. Recovery. This time low, you see the mix-up.
Yeah.
Man, this character's a scumbag.
Kawano blocked like 3 instant overheads there. The low was coming eventually. He was living on borrowed time. And look at this set point. Set point to YHC-mochi after coming back from losers performance. Yeah, it's his tournament point here. So we're talking about Kawano, a player that's already won Topanga. He is building up this experience, this composure. A man that he's been backed by Daigo. He's been tipped by Daigo, taken under his wing.
Oh, see, that could have been an EX. That's the perfect angle. Pick that guy up, man. He's got to go work on that one because that's good momentum for him.
Got to be wary of this raw activate as well.
Yeah, pressing these buttons. Yeah, there it is. The raw activate. Doesn't get a button start up, but then
does get the
catches him out of the
V-skill
sky.
and the shimmy as well. This
huge.
is going to be guess for game.
Still in?
Yeah.
Tick throw. It is tournament game, both players, Logan. And this is why we picked this set. I mean, look how back and forth into the wire this has been.
Like, normally I'm not this generous, right?
Monsters.
We're not normally this generous, but they're getting their money's worth. Because we said we'll just cover a grand final. We picked the one that went 3-2, 3-2. We could have done like a 3-0 wash. We could have done. But I wanted to watch some GGs.
Could have just done Shen. Shen would have been like, we would have been in bed by now, mate. 10 minutes, boom. 9 games straight. We could have done Shen's entire losers bracket run and the grand finals.
And it would have been
shorter than this.
Yeah. Shout out to Shen, man. What a legend. I'm loving this. We're going to our final game now. We have got Kawano battling back. YHC-mochi doing it for the Sim players as well. Listen, I'm not hearing that Sim's low tier anymore. I'm not hearing that Sim's mid tier.
Even the Sims are acknowledging it right now. This season, the mechanics and the way the game works this season, Sim is more relevant than he's ever been as a result of the game system. Like, it's just so good for him. He's still got that same deadly rush down. He's still got very legitimate keep out. Beautiful confirm there from corner. And he's now got an additional defensive option that you've got to try and read.
The old favourite wake up Gale.
Oh, unlucky there. The buffer still came out and he gets a full jump as a result. That sucks. Hate when that happens.
And he's corner to corner.
Good pressure. Heading towards set point. Tournament point if you can get this. Huge life lead. Slows it down there, Kawano. For the first time in a while. And okay, I like that. It's worth it. Look at her health. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's a medium. It chips away. Sim hasn't got the largest health. Look, he doesn't want to activate either.
Yeah, right. He can't. We should just do raw activate just in neutral, like I've seen some Sims do, but she's probably got a punish for that as well.
That's it. Get caught low.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Pretty sure that's a hit confirm off that as well. I believe it is.
I believe so as well, yeah.
And now we've got a set point for Kawano. Opens up again with the V skill. It's like
is this real? Oh,
it's like this round is exactly the same as the first round of the set 10 games ago. These guys are just playing. They're swinging it out. I love it. Gets caught low. Teleport mix-ups now. And we haven't seen Mochi really use a lot of those teleport mix-ups offensively. He just wanted to get the hell out. And that makes sense. Because you get clipped, you're in this situation right here.
This could be it. This could be the tournament right here. Wrong choice. There you have it. Your Evo Japan tournament winner, Evo Online Japan. It's Kawano, man, and what a dominant way to close it out as well.
Let's pull this back this slide. Again. Yeah, he just tried to deal with this situation here. No.
Too late.
Well, I think there's like an 8-frame gap in there.
You can definitely get away. I saw him slide under earlier, but that was a V trigger. EX. Hail, so I'm not sure the hitbox is small enough for the slide to evade everything, whereas earlier it was normal hails he was doing and the slide was just getting underneath. Now Dalsim is still negative when he does that slide so close, but the hail's gone.
Right? So
he could have activated as well. Wow.
Yeah. And at least I presume that you'd at least with the activation, would you at least be like safe from a grounded punish? I'm not sure. But I know there's a decent enough gap. It's a tough one in that situation, right? But once again, we saw Kawano do a great job of dealing with Sim in those positions where, it naturally feels like he wants to activate, and getting blown up for it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with Kawano. As much as Mochi blew my mind as well with his performance this weekend. Kawano's matchup specific play throughout the day was just mind blowing. Like, this kid and how much he's learned about each specific matchup for Colleen, and how he applies that knowledge in real time, anticipating his opponent's choices and options, and then executing against them as a result of that knowledge. In just like it's nothing. There was one sequence where he did 4 or 5. I wrote it down, but we didn't get to call it out during the match. But 4 or 5 Dalsim specific. You're not gonna do any of that stuff as Colleen against any other character. Dalsim specific reads in one round in about the space of about 20 seconds and brought the whole round back. And Mochi must have been thinking what the hell am I supposed to do? That was actually a good thing to do. This was a smart thing to do. This was a smart, but everything I'm doing is getting punished. When he hits that zone, man, this kid is becoming a real problem. His consistency's there now, which is, as we know, Logan, one of the hardest things in Street Fighter 5. I think the hardest thing compared to any Street Fighter, this is the hardest game to be consistent in, right? Even now with the new mechanic, Kawano's getting consistency now, which is starting to separate him from some of the other top guys in Japan.
I think as a pro player, you want to be in a position where you're consistently placing highly at events. No one really consistently wins events on the world stage, because let's be honest, there's at least a dozen players at any. We've had
a couple of players pull off these
some
consistent runs. But I'm not referring to winning. I'm totally with you. I'm referring to Kawano is consistently there now, right? Yeah. He's without question.
He's definitely winning, ascended past 4, the level of promising young talent. Now he's just a contender.
He's a legit contender. I like that word.
Add this to the list of accolades. We've spoken about this actually quite a lot. Now, we were talking about this recently. We were speaking about it in Poland when we were there for the Intel World Open. We were speaking about it as a group when we were all together the other day here in London. Accolades
so nice
to
see you in person, I must say, by the way. It's see everyone in person.
I saw you every day for about a month, mate. I
know, but sick in London back home, it felt real, mate. Come on.
It was real.
Come on, give me back some love.
And how cool is it, by the way, that Evo is going to be coming back to Vegas? I can't wait to be
Let's go, baby.
But yeah, to my point, accolades are so important, because we can talk about talent, we can talk about promise, we can talk about potential, but you need to get those wins under your belt. And we mentioned that Kawano's gone from that level of promising youngster to certified. He's won Topanga. Now, Topanga League is obviously not a premier event or a big money offline event, but around the world, we put credit in winning Topanga. It's one of the hardest things to win out there in the world of Street Fighter. We look at last year in 2020 when Nauman managed to win Evo Japan, the Sakura player, and then he became a player that we looked out for. We saw him performing strongly. Didn't get the results last season in the 2 qualifiers that Japan had, but a player that we certainly were putting a lot more respect on after that Evo win. And now that Kawano has these titles, these accolades, he's a player that your brain just defaults to recognizing these players. It's really important to kind of get you over that hill. We saw it with Problem X when Problem X won EGX with a strong international attendance there, beating players like Gachikun, world-class players of that level, and taking a big result. He then went on and became established as a player that you expect to see in top 8 events around the world, and these accolades are super important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Nauman's a great example, because people still talk about Nauman now, and he hasn't necessarily won anything or played significantly in recent tournaments, but his name's still there. Why? Because he's got one of the biggest accolades in history. He's got Evo Japan there in his achievement list. Now, you can be a player that turns up to a tournament, beats Bonchan, beats Daigo, beats Idom, You know, I mean, we've got players in the UK who've taken out guys like Punk in tournament, right? You know, we've seen that happen over the years. But they're not players that are at the forefront of everyone's minds when they're talking about the greats. Because like you said, it's not just about getting the wins in the tournament runs.
No.
You got to go through and actually take a title or two before anyone. And it's not that you're not validated by your standard or by other players even. I think when it comes to that level of mindset, we acknowledge a lot of these players without these things. We know how good they are. But like for the general public to acknowledge you and to start really, I think for now, Kawano, for example, I think the casual viewer, the passionate viewer as well, like viewers of all sorts will start now saying like Kawano is like legit top 5, top 4 in Japan, you know, and arguably, you know, up there with the top 2, 3 even. So this is what getting those accolades does for you, Logan, like you said. Absolutely,
man, and it's great that there were even Evo accolades to give out this year. It looked like there wasn't going to be anything, and big shout out to the team over there at Evo for providing us with 2 great weeks of entertainment. Some incredible Street Fighter 5 was played, and I'm super looking forward to the Evo event that happens in November, where we're going to see some of these players coming together and playing offline. You know, so. You know, God willing, we can be there. It's not in our control or even Evo's control, I think, in terms of traveling around the world these days.
It's a tricky time, yeah.
But I just can't wait to see more great action, and I'm massive respect to Evo for pulling this together. I hope you enjoyed this grand finals. You can watch it back on the Evo 2K channel on YouTube or Evo on Twitch, and you can see all of the other tournaments that happened over this past 2 weeks across multiple games. Street Fighter 5 across 12 different regions, I think it was. Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken, Skullgirls was on there.
Skullgirls was there, yeah.
They had, an abundance of great games and a load of side games on there as well. Yeah, they had some side tournaments running as well. So check out the Evo channel on YouTube.
Listen, we have to take an opportunity to give a massive shout out to the guys putting us together, Logan, for this as well. The DashFight team, and of course their YouTube channel, which is going to be featuring a number of contents like this, and of course tutorials as well. So make sure you subscribe to DashFight on YouTube, guys, for more content like this and loads more FGC specific stuff coming over the coming weeks.
And if you want to see any more specific FGC content, or if you have any feedback on this, any questions that you might have about this grand final, anything you like, just drop it in the comments. Jump in the comments. We'll keep checking back. The guys at DashFight will certainly check back if you have any questions about the channel, and they will take your feedback on board if you want to see specific content around your fighting games. But that is it from us tonight. Thank you very much, Femi. It is always a pleasure to listen to your tremendous brain speculate and break down some of the greatest Street Fighter
same to you. The same to you, my friend. Don't talk like you don't break it down too, man. We see. I'm just trying to convert you over to the big touch screens. I know you love it, really. But when it comes to articulation, you're right up there with me, mate. It's always a pleasure to hear that mind go to work. So thank you for putting this together for us, mate.
No worries. That's it from us tonight. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe to DashFight here on YouTube, and thank you once again to the great guys at Evo for giving us some fantastic competition. We'll see you next time around.